Okay, so this is my, you can create another class or create new project. When the reason I am creating new project is I can come back and make changes to the previous ones also. Okay. String manipulation 3. Okay. Alright. So I have a form over here. Let me draw the basics first of taking two variables, taking two text fields. This is my first text box, this is the other text box, and then I'll put label, first this is second label, and then I have another text box to show the result. Let's have this as substring. And then a button finally to see the results. This is my string 1, just a label, string 2, and then substring result. This is submit. Okay, the first one is I will enter first string, the other one I will enter second string, and third I will see the result. Okay, let me actually create some more boxes here. Okay, now I'll give this guy a name, so I can use this in my code. str1, str2, this is a result. Okay, and this is my submit button, and this is the second. I'll use both of them for results. So this is result 2, and this is result 1. Okay, so I will take inputs from the user in first two text boxes, and I will display after calculation over here, after manipulation over here. So do not double click here, because if you double click here and write code, then you will not get any marks. You have to write code only after the user clicks on submit, because when the user clicks on submit, only then you read the first two text fields and do manipulation and show the results over here. This is why we have submit buttons in forms, right? If you double click here and write code, it will not work. If you double click here and write code, it will not work. Only in the submit code it will work. You can put code over here also, but that is for different scenario. Right now what we are doing is, when the user enters some text here and enters something here, then if he or she press submit, then we want to join them and show result over here. So don't double click here and write code. Double click on the submit and write code here. So what am I going to do? Firstly, I will read actually whatever the user has entered, and I will store it in a string variable. So string variable is, let's give it, for example, s1 is equal to str1 is my text box name, str1 dot text. If I do dot text, I will read whatever the user has entered there. Okay, string s2 is my variable name of string variable, str2 is my text field name dot text. Now I'm reading whatever the user has entered in the str2 text box. Now what I want to do, firstly I will do this plus. Let's do this. Let's do the plus sign and display. Okay. How will I do this? Result. I will result dot text, because the result of, there is another text field which I've created. Here I want to show the result of what? Of plus. So whatever the calculation manipulation is always on the right side, and the assignment is on the left side. Assignment meaning the value where it will be stored. See this str.text, the data is coming from right side, and where it is stored, it is coming on the left side. Here again, the data is coming from the right side, where it is stored in the left side. Here again, I want to show the result here, right? Its name is result1. See, I have given it name result1, meaning I want to show here something. Now I will go in my code and I will tell what I want to show here on the left side. I want to show here the joining of these two strings. So how will I do this? S1 plus S2 semicolon. That's all. Okay. So let's do this. Start. String 1 is higher college. Submit. So I have two strings joined together. Okay. This is one way. Another way of doing this, which is also absolutely correct with no problem, is not to store it here. Store it in another third variable, which is string s3. And then when I show this, I want to show this. This is another way I'm telling you. You don't show directly. You store the result in a variable which is s3. And now when you do result 1 dot text, here you write the s3. It will do exactly the same thing, because before we were not storing the result anywhere, we were just assigning it in result.text. Now we are storing it in a variable which we want to hold in a variable, and that variable's value we are assigning in this text box. So if you want to check this, play higher college and now click on submit, it will do exactly the same thing, higher college. Now if I want a space in between them, what should I do? Space? Where space? Tell me. Where? Yes, so I close this. Is there any other way? Just think, I'm doing this right now. Is there any other way? Think over it. So let me do this. S plus, you guys say this, right? And then plus. And have a space here. Correct? This is what you said. Let me do this. You're right. It will do the expected result, what I said. Higher college, and I submit. So it is higher space college. You're right. Any other way? Yes, exactly. So let me now undo this. I am now undoing this, meaning I am deleting this which I just did. Another way to do this is higher and then the string 2 space college, and you submit, you will see higher space college. Third way to do this is don't have space here, have space here. So exactly the same. Okay. So this is string joining. We have not done the substring yet. This is joining the string. If you want to have what we just covered over here, clever. If there are two strings, high and clever. If you want to extract a third string out of it called higher, how can you do this? Let's now look at this. Let me modify this form because This is working fine for you guys. Okay, let me close this. I will write here a label so that you guys can, when you're watching the video, you can recollect what it is. This is only for string joining. Okay, and this another label over here is string substring. Okay. Sorry, I need text boxes here. Text box here for taking the first string. Text box here again for taking the second string. And I want to display the result somewhere also, so I have two choices. I have a disabled text box or a label. Both are equal. So let's say label. I'll keep the label over here, and label here also, and here also, to tell the user what this is exactly, what this component is for, why did I create this. So I created this for the user to write the first string for joining. So string 1, string 2, and this is substring result. This is substring result, and that's all. I don't need these. So I have right now over here, we did this and this is working fine. Over here now I am creating two more text fields. I will write somewhere over here, and I will do substring operation and show the result over here in label 7. I can either show the results in a label or a text field. It is better to show in a label because the user cannot change it. The text field, the user will think I have to write something over here. Okay, but if you want to do this, you can have a disabled text field. You know how to do this, right? Just in the behavior, you select it as disabled. Enabled is false. This is what you need to select if you want to disable a text field. Okay, let's give names to our components which we will use in programming. This is one component which we'll use in programming. This is the substring, first string I need to use in substring. I will use it as, what names did I give here? str1. So let's give it str3. str3. Yes. No. Yeah, name, not text, the name. Let's give it str3, and this guy str4. So these two I have, and now based on this I will manipulate string and show the result over here in this label 7. Label 7 is my substring result. What was this? Result 1. This is substring result. Okay. And I have one submit button. So this code is working fine for joining strings, and then I'm creating another more code for substrings. So I have declared str3, right? So I will store the value in a string variable. Make it s4 str3 dot text, and I will also store the value of str4 in some string string s5 is equal to str4 dot text. So I have the values of these two guys with me. For str3 and str4, I have the values in my string, these two. Correct? Okay. Now what do I need to do? I assume that the user will enter here high and the user will enter here clever. And what do I need to make out of it? Higher. So let's do this. Create another string, call it s6, and now divide the first string. How can I divide? Using the substring method. Yes, sorry. You're right. So high is the first string the user, I assume, will write, and the clever is the second. And out of this I want to make higher. So s6, what should I do? s4 dot substring, bracket open close, and then inside I need to give two values, to start and how long. Not start and finish, starting point and how long. 0, 4. Okay, so it will start from this 0 and it will go to total how much? Total 4 characters it will select. Okay, so this is s6, and then I have another string which I should declare s7 should be what? s5 dot substring. So clever, I need only ER out of this. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2. 4 and 2. That's all. So now I need to display this in the label, right? So the label's name is substring result dot text. The same way I give it a value as I do to the text box is equal to what? Yes, exactly. S6 plus S7. So I should get the result clever over there, higher over there. So let's write here something higher. What? Yeah, I'm completing the form. Higher, call it, and then the string 1 should be over here, high, clever. Then submit. I have higher. I joined from here. I took out something from. Actually, I took out everything from here, and clever over here. And let's do this from this higher and clever. Let's change this to highest and clever. What should happen now? What should happen? I change this from high to highest. Only first string. Yeah. What will happen? What should be the result? Highest ever. Yes, same. No difference. Submit. It's higher because we only chose 4. We asked it to pick up 4 values for us only. Okay. This is substring. No, 0 means to start from the first index. This is what it means. Substring. Can I just pause this? If you have something like this, highest and cleverest, and you want to pick up part of a string, one string, and part of this, then what you will do, you don't need to do substring over here. You only need to do substring over here. Now let's take an example. What we want to do is, have you heard of Mount Everest? Yes. Have you heard of Mount Everest? Yes. It is, I think, number third highest peak in the world, second or third. So I need to pick up out of these strings, two strings, highest Everest. This is what I need to pick up. Highest Everest. Yes. So I will take this whole string. No need to substring here. Here I will take a string. Which string should it be? 0, 1, 2, and 7. 0 and 7. So let's 7. So I will do this. Let's disable this. S4 plus S7. This will be 2 and 7. And let's come back on the code. I have highest Everest now. Or this one, space, highest Everest. So what do I do? Highest Everest, I have cleverest right now, and I am start substringing it 0, 1, 2. I will start from E, this is 2, and I will go till the end, EVEREST. Okay. So what happens is in this if and else, this is the question, num is less than equal to 0 evaluates to false, because num is 1 and it is not less than or equal to 0, it is greater than 0. This is false, the not operator flips the result. If it is false, it becomes true. If it is true, it becomes false. So what returns from here? False. Through this null not, it becomes true. So this whole equation evaluates to true. This means this will be executed and this statement will not be executed. So in this case, this will be executed, which says plus plus num. So the value of num is 1, meaning it will be first take the value and add it to 1. Add 1. So it will become 3 plus z's current value. Sorry, 2. Yes, exactly. Take 2 over here plus the current value of z is what? 5 plus 1, 6. No. 5 plus 2. Because we did just num over here. Okay, so let's I is 0 and I is what? Let's do a review of this. I is 0. I was plus 2 is what? This is 3. I say no. It's not plus plus 1. First it will do the evaluation, become 1 and then 3. So in this case also when I say I plus 2, it will be doing this 0 plus 2. Even though i's value is now 1, I value becomes after this 1, but it will give you the value before addition. And this will give you the value after addition. 1 plus 2 becomes 3. So you know the difference? So in this case, I have plus plus num, meaning 2 plus 5. 7 plus 7. Yes? So I have 7 space 7 is the answer. So I say 7 space 7 is the answer. Does anybody contradict me? Okay, let me tell you. Plus plus num is what? 1 plus z. Plus z only, not g plus plus. Okay, so this is right now 2 and the current value of z is 5. It becomes 7 space, even though z becomes 6 after you did this. Plus plus num is after z, but it will be evaluated after this plus. Plus plus num is what? 2. Why? Because you add first and then take value, and then you have plus and you give value first and then add. This is what it means. Here you add first and then you over here add afterwards. So this becomes 2 and this is the current value of z. You take the current value here, and after you take the current value, after that you increase by 1. So this is 5. This is 2 plus 5. The value of a is greater than b. This will evaluate to false, and then not will change to true because it flips the result. So the value of c is true. So 4 is correct, and 1 is also correct. Two choices, but I will tell you how many that you have to mark multiple. Is the following will be the correct output of the C#.NET code. All men are created equal. What is the correct answer here? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is where it starts. C. 12. CRE. This is correct. B. Okay.